LeBron James isn't chasing a championship. He's the championship unlock button. One move could completely reshape the NBA overnight. But after feeling overlooked in Los Angeles, the biggest question remains: which team truly deserves the king?
The update this morning is there is no update. However, we did hear from his agent, Rich Paul. Take a listen.
I think when you have a player like him, he unlocks something on one of all 30 teams. The team he chooses, I don't know yet. There's a seriousness that comes with this. There's a competitiveness that comes. We know how hard it is to win championships. No roster, no organization is guaranteed to win a championship, but you do want to be competitive. You do want to have an opportunity come late April and early May to compete at a high level and give yourself the best chance of winning. He's not chasing the ring. You hear these things like, why do we have to chase? He got 4. There's nothing to chase. He's not chasing the ghosts or anything like that. But when you've worked this hard to position yourself the way you have, and you can actually decide what you want to do, who wouldn't take advantage of that? So we're not worried about nobody's opinions or anything like that. He's going to make the best decision for himself. We'll see what happens.
Rania Shams, we just heard Cavs coach Kenny Atkinson confirm their exciting pursuit of LeBron James. What are you hearing about timing of LeBron's decision?
MJ, every day LeBron James inches closer and closer to a decision. It's decision time for LeBron James because all the information for the most part is in. GMs, presidents, owners, they've all been heard from. They're continuing to have conversations with agent Rich Paul here this week as well. Players have also reached out to LeBron James to recruit him. And yes, all the voice notes have also been listened to. And rosters have been set around the league. The decks have been set. And the leading suitors have been Cleveland, Miami, Golden State, Philadelphia, and Minnesota. And what we know definitively is LeBron James has made it clear privately that he wants to go somewhere where he can compete for a championship, somewhere where he feels like he finds that happiness from a team environment and culture that he feels he can uplift. And the big thing here is this is not going to be a financially driven decision. So that gives LeBron James the ability to hear from teams that have the minimum, have other exceptions, have salary cap space as well, and also be allowed to take his time through this decision.
I've never seen this many stars on the move at once. I think this is an unbelievable draft. I mean, it could be one of those historic type draft classes, I believe. I think this was just an overall incredible offseason for the NBA in general. Just with the talent on the move, the talent that's coming to the league. I think this is it's been one of the most exciting off seasons I've seen.
Which move moves the needle the most? For the long run. Not just this year.
Where LeBron goes. I was literally about to say that.
Wherever he puts that cherry on.
Are we still waiting on his?
Yes, you don't agree with that. You know I don't agree with that, though.
You don't agree with what?
That wherever Bron goes.
If Bron go to Philly, shit get
Bron go to Philly, right?
If Bron go to Philly or Minnesota, which I don't think has a chance.
I don't think either one.
But Philly or Minnesota, those are the ones I'm like.
Is he gonna live in Brooklyn, New York, and drive like JJ Redick to Philly? He might.
Yeah.
He Bron.
Where would you like to see him at? We've had our predictions.
Honestly, I don't like the way he was treated in LA. And we in this era now that you can't really speak on his behalf or is considered.
Oh yeah, I do all the time.
Or we paid by clutch, all this goofy shit. But
you're big goofy.
For the most part, I grew up in the era of watching Bron create blueprint for the next guys coming up. So I think he's a legend in this game, hands down. I don't know. We kind of getting to a point where when it comes to our legends in the game, I don't think they're going out gracefully the way they should. I mean, from Melo to how CP was handled. We kind of watching how the Lakers just kind of act like Bron ain't LeBron. You know what I mean? So Kevin Durant, So I want to go wherever he's going to be appreciated and where he's going to get the flowers he deserves. That's where I want him. And maybe that.
The entire NBA is waiting. Not for a trade. Not for a draft pick. Not for a superstar entering free agency. They are waiting for LeBron James. Because one decision from the king could completely rewrite the balance of power across the league. LeBron James is not chasing a championship. He already has 4. He is not trying to prove he belongs among the greatest players ever. That debate ended years ago. This is about something much bigger. This is about control. This is about legacy. This is about choosing the final chapter of one of the greatest careers basketball has ever seen. And right now, the biggest update surrounding LeBron James is actually shocking. There is no update, no final decision, no official destination. The NBA is stuck in a waiting game. But behind the scenes, the pressure is building. Because every team understands one simple reality. LeBron James does not just join a franchise. He changes what that franchise believes is possible. His agent Rich Paul explained exactly why this decision matters. A player like LeBron can unlock something on any of the 30 NBA teams. Not every team becomes a champion automatically. But suddenly, that team has belief. Suddenly, that team has attention. Suddenly, every game matters. Because when LeBron James arrives, the expectations immediately become championship expectations. And that is why this decision has the entire league watching. Because the next question is not whether LeBron can still change the NBA. The question is which team gets the opportunity. According to the latest information, LeBron James has made one thing clear. This decision is not about money. It is about winning. It is about finding a place where he believes he can compete deep into the playoffs. A place where the culture matches his ambition. A place where he can still make a difference. That decision has opened the door for several potential destinations. Cleveland, Miami, Golden State, Philadelphia, Minnesota. 5 teams. 5 completely different futures. Cleveland would represent a legendary homecoming. The player who delivered the first championship in franchise history, returning to finish another chapter. Miami represents history. The place where LeBron became a champion and transformed himself into an unstoppable force. Golden State would create absolute chaos. LeBron joining another dynasty-level organization would instantly become one of the biggest stories in NBA history. Philadelphia represents desperation. A talented team searching for the final superstar piece. Minnesota represents the biggest gamble. A young contender hoping LeBron can provide the experience needed for a championship run. But this situation is different from every other free agency. Because LeBron has earned the ability to wait. He does not need to chase opportunities. Teams are chasing him. And that is what makes this offseason so unpredictable. But while teams prepare their pitches, another debate is becoming louder. Does LeBron still transform every team he touches? This is where the basketball world is divided. Some believe LeBron James remains the ultimate championship shortcut. The ultimate missing piece. The player who can instantly change a franchise's identity. But others are asking a difficult question. Is the NBA finally different? Because LeBron is not the same player who carried Cleveland in 2018. He is now entering the final stage of an unbelievable career. The expectations are different. The physical demands are different. The margin for error is smaller. And that is why the destination matters more than ever. LeBron does not need a team with potential. He needs a team with direction. A team ready immediately. A team that understands every possession matters. Because when you bring in LeBron James, you are not simply adding statistics. You are adding pressure. You are adding a championship clock. Every loss becomes a headline. Every mistake becomes a debate. Every playoff failure becomes a national conversation. That is the price of greatness. And that pressure is exactly why LeBron's next move could define how the final years of his career are remembered. But behind all the basketball talk, there is another issue driving this decision: respect. Because for many fans, this situation is not only about basketball. It is personal. The biggest conversation surrounding LeBron James is whether he received the respect he deserved in Los Angeles. Some believe the Lakers forgot what they had. A player who delivered a championship. A player who carried the franchise through one of the most difficult periods in team history. A player who became the NBA's all-time leading scorer. The criticism is simple. LeBron James is not just another veteran player. He is one of the greatest athletes in sports history. And some believe the Lakers treated him like a declining superstar instead of a basketball legend. That frustration has created a bigger discussion across the NBA. Because this is not the first time a superstar has faced questions about how their career ends. Carmelo Anthony, Chris Paul, Kevin Durant. Different situations, different stories, but the same question. Do legends receive the farewell and appreciation they deserve? LeBron changed the NBA. He created a blueprint for player empowerment. He showed future generations that superstars could control their own destiny. And now he has that same opportunity. He gets to choose. Not the media, not the executives, not the fans. LeBron James. And now, the final chapter of his career is waiting for one decision. The NBA has already experienced one of the wildest off-seasons in recent memory. Stars moving. Young talent arriving. Championship contenders changing overnight. But nothing compares to the impact of LeBron James choosing his next team. Because when LeBron decides, the entire league reacts. A contender could become a favorite. A struggling franchise could become relevant. A championship race could completely change. This is why everyone is watching. Not because LeBron needs another ring. He already has 4. Not because he needs approval. He already has greatness. Everyone is watching because one decision from the King could reshape basketball history one more time. Will he return to Cleveland? Will he join another championship contender? Will he shock everyone with an unexpected move that nobody knows? But one thing is certain. When LeBron James finally chooses his next destination, the NBA will not look the same. Because the biggest domino in basketball is still standing. And the moment it falls, everything changes.
Yo, mic check 1 to 2, -1, -2. Game over for this video, folks. Smash that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to stay in the huddle for more. This is NFL Madness, bringing the heat and signing out.